She bugging, her intentions only to ride with me. Yeah, I ain't complacent, I'm chasing you. Five on me. I know she bugging, her intentions only to ride with me. And yeah, she gon' roll the dice for me. Yeah, and yeah, she gon' do it twice for me. Yeah, yeah.
Bro said he ain't gonna ride with no phone. Got two things on me, she wanna roll with no. She wanna send that photo. So I'm rolling too, yeah. I'ma just rolling too. Roll my bro when he gotta have me on back.
The Cavs already with a hyper-focused look on their faces as they arrived earlier, planning a strong performance in their home building. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, part of what makes Cleveland, Ohio a special place. Welcome everyone, thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. Alongside Grant Hill and Steve Smith, Allie LaForce, our reporter, I'm Brian Anderson. And let's take a look now at some numbers for him.
Over the past 5 games, his assist totals have been slipping. He and his teammates just don't seem to be clicking right now. Hopefully that's something he can correct tonight.
And a look at the starters for the Spurs. Thaddeus Young out there with Jakob Poeltl. Then it's Derek White, then there's Johnson, and it's Walker in at shooting guard. And for Cleveland, and it's Mr. Moves in at the power forward. All-Star break just around the corner. Grant, you were a 7-time All-Star. How special is that first one for these guys?
That first one is incredible. You're overwhelmed by the moment. You can totally get blown away that first one, but it's definitely a moment you'll never forget.
Got a hand on it. And pushing it up. Here's Cleveland. Pass to Skinny. And out of bounds, San Antonio will have it. And right in the middle of winter, hot off the press, some fresh power rankings. You look at Brooklyn, they pulled themselves up to the second place spot.
I think for Cleveland, they've surprised so many people with their ability to maintain this astonishing display of dominance. But here they are, the best team in the league late into the season.
A tremendous mobile one. Block that we had to see again. Great send-back.
I mean, letting them know up front that he's on the hunt tonight and eager to knock away shots. I love it.
Love how active Derek White is on offense. Good at making defenders question their decisions.
And you talk to anyone about White, Grant, they'll tell you he's best when he's being assertive.
I totally agree. I mean, White can be caught standing around when he's not involved. You want him initiating and pick and roll, and he makes pretty good decisions. Now, he may never be a star, but he's going to give you solid minutes.
And Clutch gets it to go.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Now here's White. Defense right on him. Poeltl finds Young. Outside Walker. He got a piece of it. They retain possession. He blocks it again. Here's Skinny, covered by Johnson. Pass to the monster. Cleveland calls timeout. Fresh off a win against the Pacers.
And they got into a consistent offensive flow, largely because the defense they were facing was poor.
Yeah, it seemed like they got every shot they wanted. I'm sure they wish every game could be that way.
Here's the monster. He's coming off a 13-point game against Indiana. There's the drive. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? And we've got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
And that kind of rejection early on energizes your squad. The coaching staff just loves this kind of hustle.
Now here's Walker. Looking at his production, close to 12 points a game. And here's Johnson. Shot clock at 6. From deep three-point range. And they recover it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Here's the monster, guarded by Young. He gets it in there.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now here's Walker. Here's White. Blocked.
Just brutal. I mean, 5 straight misses to begin the game.
And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
And the Spurs with possession here, following the score by Cleveland. Walker passes to Pirtle. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
What you love about Jakob Pirtle is his size. A 7-footer who plays hard on both ends of the floor.
No good on that one. And no good on the second free throw. So 0 for 2 there. Fast break, Cleveland. Here's Clutch. And the Cavaliers, another 3.
I just love the ball.
Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule. They lost to the Rockets.
It's a fine line between playing with urgency and being out of control. And they crossed that line.
It's a catch-22. You want your guys attacking, playing with a sense of freedom, but not if it means a bunch of turnovers.
White. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Pass to Skinny. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
The Spurs have gone 0 for 6 from the floor. Shaky start. Here's Young. He had a 36-point outing in their last game against Houston.
And the number of points he got at the foul line shows how tough he was to defend.
Boy, we've seen a lot of effective signature moves, including yours, the Smitty. Is there a signature move that sticks out to you in today's NBA?
You know, BA, it is. It's the logo 3. So many guys like Dame Lillard, Steph Curry, Trae Young, shooting it from close to half court. That's my signature move that sticks out to me in today's game.
No luck on that one. Now the Cavaliers with it. A 14-2 run over the last bit. The monster. Here's Mr. Moves, and he converts the layup.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
San Antonio's gone 0 for 2 from outside. To the wing, right side. Right side, Young. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
You know, the longtime veteran Thaddeus Young has changed this game. He's becoming more of a point forward, and he has thrived in that role.
And Smitty, as you alluded to, the passing numbers for Young have really climbed.
They are starting to use him in a lot of those short roll sets. He has great chemistry with his guards. It could be a brand new version of how Thaddeus Young is going to play going forward.
Now here's Walker. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And as it goes out of bounds, San Antonio will keep possession. Here's Walker. In his last outing, 8 points for him. Pass to Young. Clock at 6.
And they've had a rough opening from the field.
And here comes the break. Here's Mr. Moves. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
Here's Pirtle. The Cavs getting their last shot to go. Knocked away. Over to the left wing. Pass to Skinny. From outside the arc. Here's the monster. Consistent production from him. Averaging just over 26 a game. 5 to shoot. Here's Mr. Moves. Here's Clutch. That three's off the mark. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Walker passes to Pirtle. And here's White. There's the three. And after missing his first 3 shots, he drains it. 1 for 4.
Demonstrating how efficient he is, Derek has a great feel for when to fire away.
And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over. Last time they met in San Antonio.
They got crushed the last time they faced this team, and they only have themselves to blame.
It was a sizable loss, and it was mostly due to their awful passing and ball control. They just need to use better judgment in this game.
Here they come with numbers in transition. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
The offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
This is my type of approach. Get some high percentage looks. Then later, you can play inside out.
Outside Walker. Outside Young. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Tipped. They get it back.
You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
Pass to Mr. Moves. And he throws it down with one hand.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Offensive board. Basket's good.
Got to be on the lookout for Pirtle crashing the glass, using his body to wreck the defense on the boards.
Here's the monster. And that one, good. He has 6.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Right side White. Pass to Pirtle. Fires from deep. It's tipped.
He's had a tough time getting it going, and he's put this team behind the 8 ball.
Walker on the double team. Here's Clutch. And they get it back. Tries again. Here's the monster. From deep. Clutch's shot is off.
No question who's in control of the board so far.
Pass to White. Now here's Young. Johnson with it. 6 to shoot. Deflected! And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And the Spurs with some changes. Powell, he's checked in for Pirtle. And Forbes subbed in for Walker. Cleveland has gone 3 of 7 from beyond the arc in the first. Pass to Mr. Moves. Here's Skinny. Over to the wing. Here's the monster. And the basket by Mr. Moves. And the Cavaliers lead by 21.
Yeah, they've done quality work on the offensive glass.
San Antonio's gone 1 for 3 from outside so far in this game.
The question is, do you leave him in? Obviously, you don't want him to pick up a 3rd foul this early.
Now here's White. The D's right on him. Tipped away. Fast break, Cleveland. Here's Clutch. He pulls it. And another basket for Cleveland. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for Cleveland?
Their aggressiveness on D has been the most glaring aspect of this game so far. They have the heat turned all the way up in this first half.
And another area where they've been on point is defending the rim. A lot of blocks through the first 2 quarters.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Powell. Spurs need to get one up here. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Powell.
Boy, if you're the coach, you hate to see that kind of miscommunication between your guys.
Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you difficult to defend. That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
Pass to White. Here's Forbes. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. Here's Johnson. It's deflected. Here's Clutch. Here's Mr. Moves. Guarded by Young. Here's Clutch. Beyond the arc. And it falls. 4 for 8 for him from the floor.
He drops yet another dive, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Outside Young. Pass to Powell. To halt the run. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt.
This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
Here's Skinny. And they'll get another chance. Mr. Moves. Ooh, he's been flawless tonight. Now he's 6 for 6.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
An uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
Pass to Johnson. White for 3. Can't hit that one. And it's Cleveland the other way.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
Here's Skinny. To the wing on the left. Stolen by Young. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Ooh, poked away. Elbow shot. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Spurs.
San Antonio ball.
Vassell, he's checked in for White.
Vassell.
San Antonio's gone only 1 of 4 from three-point land. It's Powell on the wing. Pure from three-point range.
Cutting his teeth in the Spurs system, Forbes has improved at keeping his eyes up and finding the open man.
Down low. Here's the captain. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Powell outside. Here's Forbes. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. The shot by Johnson, no good. Here's Skinny. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers in total control, up by 29 going into the break. Defense is setting the tone. More NBA on 2K Sports. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, the Cavaliers pretty much in control here.
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
And it's Skinny in at the 3. That's the group for Cleveland, getting going in the second. The monster. And Collins with the big block. Pass to Forbes. Here's Vassell. Tipped. And he gets it back. Back to Forbes. 4 on the clock. And they recover it. Powell's shot is off. So it's the Cavaliers now. Out left to the wing. Skinny, no good. For San Antonio, they've gone 0 for 4 in the second quarter. Pass to Forbes. And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. He got a piece of it, and he recovers it. Here's Clutch. 13 points in the win against Indiana. Skinny. Oh, that's offensive interference.
That'll be goaltending.
And it's the Spurs ball. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Next up, they'll face the Hawks in Atlanta. Pass to Collins. The ball's knocked loose. And pushing it up, here's Cleveland. Here's Mr. Mavz. And it's all from three-point range. And so it's San Antonio with it. No points yet here in the second quarter for him. Brown inside. Back to Powell. Clock at 6. Pass to Vassell. And once again, off the mark by San Antonio. Here's Clutch. Blocked!
Cavaliers foul. Number 14. That's his third personal foul. First team foul.
And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Back to Vassell. There's the steal.
That's going to drive your coach crazy. Protect the basketball. He lost focus for 1 second. There goes the possession.
Mr. Mavz, no good. And a big issue for them, turnovers.
Yeah, you just can't give away possessions in this league.
Here's Forbes. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Pass to Collins. Here's Vassell. Just 5 on the clock. From the high post. Deflected. Here's the monster. He has 6. Count it. Give him 8 points now.
Shooting at a high clip, he's found ways to get quality looks.
Here's Forbes. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Offline with a 3.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Pass to Skinny. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
You know what it is? It's his creativity. That's making this engine run.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Powell outside. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
Creating for others. You just love the instincts Forbes has for the game, especially on the offensive end.
Pass to Skinny. Goes back up. And he goes in for the dunk.
And B.A., he takes his rebounding so seriously.
This dude is such a grinder. His teammates appreciate the effort. Just goes all out on the glass.
You know, this is one of his specialties, keeping plays alive, creating second chance opportunities.
And Grant, you were named co-rookie of the year alongside Jason Kidd back in '95. Something that's only happened 3 times in NBA history.
Yeah, I'm still bitter about that. I was robbed. Jason knows that. Everyone knows that. Nah, Jason and I, we are good friends. We joke about this all the time, but it was really an honor to share this award with someone of his caliber. Really one of the true greats to ever play in the NBA. But I was still robbed.
Now here's Brown. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. It's 2-on-1. Here's Skinny. And the step-back jumper is good.
He's hot this quarter, getting the shots he wants, and he's delivering.
Powell outside. Pass to Forbes. Oh, ripped away. And now the Cavaliers on the break. Here's the monster. Collins defending the monster. Inside. Here's Powell. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
That's his first personal foul. Third team foul.
And he drops the first.
They've been flawless at the line this quarter. They need to stay aggressive and keep drawing fouls. That'll help them chip away at the lead.
Cleveland has gone 1 of 3 from three-point land here in the second quarter. Here's the monster. Pass to Mr. Moves. Yep, count it. 14 points for him.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Here's Forbes, giving this team some energy, averaging a little over 10 points a game.
His second foul in as many quarters. We'll see if he backs off or stays aggressive.
Pass to Powell. Shot clock at 6. Here's Vassell.
He's been scoreless for a while now. They're still trailing here. They might want to move to some other options offensively.
And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
Walker, he's checked in for Browns. Here's Forbes. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. The Cavs have gotten 6 of their 12 attempts to go since the end of the first. Pass to Skinny. Launches it. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got his 5th rebound in this one. Now Walker. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Missed opportunity. It's a makeable shot for him. He just can't get it to go.
And with a nice all-around game, Walker's just searching for that consistency now.
He is. He shows flashes of being a great passer and a great shooter, and he can really defend, and he's an explosive athlete.
The Spurs making a switch here. Pirtle's checked in. San Antonio's gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Outside Walker. On the wing, Forbes. And it's rejected. And they get it back. And Cleveland shooting great. 62% for the field and continuing to get it done with the drive. And he's 6 for 12 after that one.
They're really working the paint now.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Out to Powell. Uncovered. And it's off the back of the rim. No good.
Man, coach is going to have a few words with him after that shot.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
Pass to Vassell. Outside Walker. That's tipped. Lets the 3 fly. He nails it. That's his 5th make in 11 tries.
Even with all the threes he nailed in the first quarter, the defense still hasn't made the proper adjustments.
Pirtle with the ball. Pass to Vassell. Here's Forbes. Another miss. They desperately need a bucket.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational. He's just an aggressive finisher there inside.
Hey, when you got bounce like that, you feel like you can take on anybody. Walker with it. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. On the wing, Forbes. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Powell. Takes the 3. They get it again. Pirtle. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And he drives in. Pass to Mr. Moves. Here's the monster. Walker covering. Here's Clutch. 15 points in the game. Count the basket.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
From the arc. And the Cavaliers, another 3.
Woo! This guy is as hot as they come from distance. Defensively, you almost have to pick him up once he crosses half court.
Now Pirtle, checking his stats. He's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Here's Powell. Oh, and again, unable to change momentum here.
2 minutes.
Pass to Skinny. Let's go with a three. Gets the three to fall. 18 points for him.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Pirtle with the ball.
Cleveland foul. Number 47. That's his second personal foul. 15.
He misses the free throw. A different look for San Antonio. Johnson comes in for Vassell. And it's White in for Forbes. Cleveland has gone 4 of 7 from 3 during the second quarter. Pass to Clutch. Here's the three. San Antonio with a rebound. Powell's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. San Antonio's gone 0 for 4 from beyond the arc here in the second quarter. Here's White. Again with the block. And that's 9 blocks.
And you know he's going to be coming hard for that 10th one, too.
Here's Skinny. The three. He's got it. His 9th make out of 15 tries.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They've came in focused and they've executed.
There's 48 seconds left in the second period. From deep Pirtle. And the rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Here's Skinny. 11 points for him last game against Indiana.
He was very active on defense too, recording 3 steals for the game.
12 consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Walker. Shots blocked. And they'll keep possession. A shot to stop the drought. That shot is off. That makes him 0 for 5.
We all know he's a good shooter. But from that distance, I don't think so.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
And so it's Cleveland making this game a no contest. They poured it on early and...
Thanks. I'm here with Coach Popovich. And Pop, I know you're not happy with the first half. They've taken the fight to you thus far. How do you take it back?
Yeah, they've been the aggressive team. I think we played really soft so far. Really pathetic defensive performance.
Coach, hopefully more toughness from your team in the second half. Thanks.
Thank you, Allie. Good stuff. We will be right back after this break for the beginning of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Cleveland came ready to play. They simply tore up the floorboards en route to a rather shocking 14-1 run off the tip. At the end of the first quarter, they found themselves way out on top. Then in quarter number 2, it was all hands on deck. And that's a wrap.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. On offense, here is San Antonio. On the court for San Antonio, Johnson is out there with Thaddeus Young. Then it's Lonnie Walker. Then it's Derek White. And it's Pirtle in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Young. Offensive rebound. There's another block. Oh, you can't throw the weak sauce around him.
No, you can't, B.A. I mean, he's sending everything back.
Pirtle comes with a double. Here's the monster. He takes it in. Pirtle grabs a miss. And it's a Spurs ball. Johnson passes to White. High post Young. Now Johnson. Oh, they get a hand on it. Pass to Skinny. for the finish. Flushes it down to finish the break.
An aggressive move to a strong finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
Coach definitely wants to talk about their interior defense, which has not been impressive.
It's a matter of want to, helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. And he'll take a trip to the line for two. Clearly got fouled on that shot.
First team foul.
And he makes a first.
Thaddeus Young at the line for two.
That one misses. Well, Cleveland shooting 64% for the game. Amazing. Pass to Clutch. Fires from the wing. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. 22 points for him.
He can do incredible things. He can also help you win by simply being reliable.
Walker finds Young. White with it.
Cleveland foul. Number 16. That's his second personal
Let's take
foul.
another look at the staunch defense during that mobile one block.
Yeah, obviously he had the shot well anticipated, able to shut it down with authority.
Over a minute and a half now into this third quarter action. Outside Young. 5 on the clock. Pass to Pirtle. Launches a three. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer, and he'll head to the line.
And Pirtle using his frame well, drawing the defense into him on his shot.
And he's good on the first of three.
At the line for three.
He does not get the second one. The Cavaliers have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Here's the monster. And he dunks it down. And that's a double-double for him now.
Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and explosion. And I'm glad we got to see the mobile one block once more. What a play.
You know, you can't ask for any better defense than that. He responded so fast to the shooter, and it stifled him.
That was the first make of the half. 1 for 4 now. Let's see if that gets them going.
Here's the monster. Here's Skinny, covered by Johnson. Pass to the monster. Here's Clutch. It's stolen by Pirtle. It's tipped. And that'll be San Antonio's ball as it goes out of bounds. Spurs able to keep the possession. Pass to Young. Now White. Back to Young. Hey, from beyond the arc. That one no good. The Cavaliers have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Here's Skinny. Another shot. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity.
At the line for your Cavaliers.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Now here's Walker, guarded closely. And the officials called goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
I mean, he had the right idea, but his timing was just a little off, and it resulted in a goaltend.
The Cavaliers have gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third.
A tremendous on-ball defender, Derek White. He makes life easier for his coach with his physicality and willingness to take charges. Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
White finds Pirtle. Back to White. Poke loose. And now the Cavaliers on the break.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Pass to Young. And here's Johnson. 6 to shoot. Here's White, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. And another area where White helps the club defensively is in transition.
It's because he's good athletically, understands where he needs to be, and when he's aggressive, BA, and 100% focused, this team gets a lot more stops.
Collins, he's checked in for San Antonio. Brown comes in for Walker.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
You know, the coach has had something to say about that. No question, they've settled in and executed brilliantly.
White can't hit.
It seems like every miss ends up in his hands. He's been unreal.
And we have to give him props. It's rare these days to see someone dominate the glass so single-handedly.
Pass to Collins. The 3-ball. San Antonio again missing. For Cleveland, they've gotten 7 of their first 11 attempts to go in this half. Here's the monster, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
I think everyone in here felt that dunk.
No question. That is a power-packed windmill jam. Wow. Collins with it. To the middle. Here's Brown. The captain with a rebound. The Cavaliers have gone 8 of 12 from the floor in the third quarter. Here's Skinny. Buries it from 3. He has 29 now.
Come on, guys. Check out the tenacity. There's no back down in this fella whatsoever.
Outside White. Johnson passes to Brown.
It's a little too early to be over the limit. They need to keep a close eye on their foul situation.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Cavaliers.
Contested shots and block shots. That's been their bread and butter defensively, giving up no easy looks.
Another area where they've done a great job tonight is forcing the issue on D and getting some steals.
Vassell, he's checked in for San Antonio. Forbes comes in for White. The captain, that's good.
Not just selling for something along the perimeter. Excellent job.
Outside, Brown. Here's Forbes. And that one comes up a bit short.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there. And of course, that one was just crazy.
It's Brown on the wing. San Antonio again missing. Cleveland has gone 1 for 2 from outside the arc in this third quarter. Here's the monster.
Sweet move.
My goodness!
And he jams it home with authority.
This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Now, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game. Collins finds Young. Here's Vassell. Out to the right wing. To the inside. Kick out to Brown. From 18 feet away, it doesn't go for him. And Cleveland the other way now. They'll be off to Indiana for a meeting with the Pacers after this one. And that starts a 4-game road trip for them.
Nice awareness there, finding the open man down the court on the break.
Collins outside. Outside Young. Here's Vassell. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Back to Young. It's picked off. And now the Cavaliers on the break. Here's Skinny. Another possession, another assist. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
I mean, keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammates, incredible.
Outside, Brown. Driving inside, and Brown with the stuff.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
They grab their own miss. Here's the captain. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. 14 points for him.
Completely on his game, hasn't missed a shot all night. A big part of why this team is winning.
Outside, Brown. Back to Forbes for three. Knocks down the triple. Forbes has got 5 now.
Dial it up. This is a play you can keep running for Forbes until the defense adjusts.
Pass to Skinny. To the left wing. Here's the monster. And again with the rebound. And he hauls in his 20th rebound.
Oh, just dominating the glass. Crashes the glass with authority, then puts it back strong.
Next level, man. And this guy's just going out and making a play. Brown can't hit. Cleveland has gone just 1 of 3 from deep since the break. Here's Mr. Moves, and you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
Running at every opportunity. They have a huge edge in transition points.
Powell, he's checked in for San Antonio. Here's Vassell. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. Pass to Powell. And here's Brown. Here's Vassell. Four on the clock. Here's Young, the captain with a rebound. And the Cavs shooting at a very efficient 67%.
Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
Now here's Brown. Pass to Forbes, to the paint. Here's Powell, and Powell with the stuff.
Explosive leaping ability allows him to play the 5, even though he's a little undersized.
Here he goes.
Come on now, guys. That's flat out insane.
Hey, when's the last time you saw a jam like that? So it's San Antonio now. A minute 58 left in the third. Off with the layup.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
And the basket by the monster.
And just sinks it over the taller defender. That's why you have to crowd shooters on the perimeter.
And let's give him some credit. He read the situation well. He created some space, and he delivered.
Got a hand on it. Here's Clutch. Rips down the breakaway slam.
He saw the opportunity to get an easy bucket on the break and took advantage of it.
1:25 left in the third quarter. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Brown finds Powell. Will it go? The shot misses, and it's Cleveland the other way. Here's Mr. Moves. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. Give him 30.
I like what he's doing here. Terrific efficiency scoring the basketball.
Bad foul. That's not who you want to send to the line.
And a nice start to Vassell's career. The term 3-and-D wing is often overused, but he fits the description perfectly.
Pirtle's checked in for San Antonio. Walker comes in for Brown. Here's the monster. 21 points in the game. Pass to the captain. Yet another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
He's doing a great job at orchestrating the offense. Look at the power on that.
He has to be one of the top dunkers in the game today. Here's Vassell, averaging around 5 points a game. Shot clock at 5. From 9 feet, the Cavaliers pull it in.
Something's off about him this quarter.
And it also shows you how difficult this game is. He's just a little bit off, but it can result in missing everything.
Here's the monster. Here's Skinny. And it's in! Oh! Nails the buzzer beater! Are you kidding?
Oh, they're on fire. the run punctuated by the big trifecta.
And so it's Cleveland, way out of reach with an enormous lead as we head into a break. Greg Popovich addressing his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Cut, play. You just like something magical is going to happen.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And it's Mr. Mavz in at power forward. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavs. Here's Clutch. No good on the triple.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Hutchison. Down low. Lets it go from deep. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws. The captain. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he'll sit the rest of this one out. And the Cavaliers making a change here. And without the crowds to start last season, easier to hear some of the trash talk. Smitty, when you played, did you occasionally resort to a little smack talking yourself?
You know, BA, I didn't call it trash talking. I call it just talking, getting yourself pumped up for the game and trying to get into your opponent's head. I would have loved to be able to do it without fans in the gym.
Pass to Skinny. And rejected. Here's Hutchison. Outside Walker. Knocks it loose. Here's Primo. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Personal foul, second team foul. At the line for the
First free throw is good.
Josh Primo at the line for 2.
Both good from the line that time. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Here's the monster. There's the block. Walker with it. To the middle. Here's Powell. Good. And it's Walker who picks up the assist.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
Here's the monster. Oh, rejected by Pirtle.
Gotta love the shot blocking ability of Pirtle. Wonderful timing right there.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
Pass to Primo. Here's Hutchison. Well, with the 2010s in the books, let me put you on the spot here, Smitty. Who is your player of the decade, Stephen or LeBron?
Well, Steph changed how our game is played, BA, plus the 2 MVPs and 3 rings. Wow. But I have to go with LeBron James, playing in 8 straight NBA Finals. That's crazy.
Here's Skinny. Oh, rejected by Pirtle. Here's the monster. Second shot opportunity. Oh, rejected by Pirtle. Outside Walker. Pass to Primo. Now here's Pirtle. Here's Hutchison. Here's Primo. The fadeaway. It's hauled in by Skinny.
When it goes in, it looks pretty. When it doesn't, you question the shot difficulty.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. It's blocked. Pass to Clutch. Goes up on the wing. That shot, no good.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
Here's Powell. Here's Hutchison. Got a piece of it. And they're on the run from downtown. And another dime for him. That's another dime from him.
He's tallying them up fast, B.A.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. Pass to Primo. Left side Walker. Yet another steal from him. His anticipation has been off the charts.
Off the charts indeed, BA. I mean, he's just taking the ball away with ease.
Foul. Number 55. That's his first personal foul.
A different look for San Antonio. Collins, he's checked in for Pirtle, and Aminu is subbed in for Powell.
Foul, Farouk Aminu.
Pass to Aminu. The 11-footer. He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Protecting the rim well. Love the hustle. And out of bounds. San Antonio will have it. White, he's checked in for Walker.
Derek White.
For San Antonio, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Here's Primo. It's not going to go for him.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
To the inside. Pass to Clutch. Here's Mr. Moves. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Oh, just an artful little reverse slam.
Power and style. That was sweet. Here's Primo. Tipped. Fast break, Cleveland. Smitty, players are more connected today with social media than ever before. You think it helps squash problems, or does it foster rivalries?
Well, I mean, we've seen it on both sides. Some of these guys, obviously rivalries, and a lot of chatters talk between social media, and a lot of these guys are friends. It's just the way you use it. I think it can be an advantage or a disadvantage at times.
Third team foul.
Well, San Antonio's shooting only 29% since the fourth quarter began. Here's Aminu. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
It can be a little disheartening when you do everything right and come away with nothing.
And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
At the line for Cleveland.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Back to Collins. Shot to end the cold streak. It's deflected. And as it goes out of bounds, San Antonio will keep possession. Here's Mr. Moves. And over the last few years, Smitty, a rising number of stars have forced trades. Is that a trend you like to see?
You know, I don't like to see it. Sometimes you understand it in certain situations. I will say it can hurt smaller market teams, but we said this is a players' league for a while, and now we're really seeing it.
Deflects the pass. Here's Primo. Just 4 to shoot. Pass to Hutchison. Pulls it. That one doesn't drop. And it's Cleveland the other way. Here's the monster. The Cavaliers again cannot hit. Here's Skinny. The offensive rebound. Here's the monster. He's guarded by White. Offensive rebound. The captain. Well, it was only a matter of time before they finally get the bucket.
There's been no question as to which team is attacking the offensive glass harder.
Here's Hutchison. He got a piece of it. And pushing it up. Here's Cleveland. Here's Clutch. Second chance shot. And he lays it in. He's got 36 points.
Relentless on the offensive glass, and then you love the finish.
To the right side. Here's Primo. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
You know what? This has always been a debate. Do you take the timeout or do you let your guys try to fight through it?
Inside, here's Aminu, and he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
Rely on Derek White for good feeds. He plays unselfish heads-up basketball.
Pass to Clutch. From deep. Here's Skinny. Here's Clutch. Out to the wing. Here's Skinny. 4-3. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavs will retain possession. Here's the monster. He's guarded by White. Shot clock at 6. It's scooped up. The captain. That's good.
Time and time again, they're creating good looks from close range.
On offense, here is San Antonio to the left side wing. Here's Primo. And that one is stuffed right through.
A monster finish with authority.
And he hangs on the rim for a little extra spice. Pass to Skinny. The 3 is up. And they get it back.
And his teammates appreciate the energy. Nice job to keep the possession going.
And he makes it.
I mean, he's ignoring the scoreboard. He just keeps coming at him.
There's 2 things they rely on him for: being competitive and bringing energy.
Here's Primo. And Smitty, we're seeing so many players raising their voices for social justice, more so than in years past. Why do you think that is?
Well, salute to all these players. Not only these players, we all must do our part. And I am thankful and love watching these young players in this era take social justice and put it in the forefront.
Deflected! Pass to Mr. Moves. And there's the slam! Dunk to finish it off.
The longer this game goes on, the hotter he gets.
And it's a Spurs ball. Outside White.
2 minutes.
Now here's Collins.
2 minutes.
Again, the miss by the Spurs. Here's the captain. Collins defending. The captain, that's good.
Where's the rim protection? That's just too easy for him.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
The Cavaliers shooting a terrific 58% from the floor. Pass to Clutch. Here's Skinny. 1:29 left in the 4th quarter. The 3 is up. The rebound by the Spurs.
He clearly wants to try and close this game out strong, but your deep range isn't there. You just can't keep forcing it.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Cavaliers.
Their transition game was the standout for me. Created a lot of extra pressure pushing the ball.
I agree. They took control of the tempo and were really dictating the terms of the game.
And as a strong year for the club continues, they've willed their way to 56 wins.
And that's a sweep of the season series. It's clear who the matchup favored. They'll wish they could have seen more of these guys.
Man, I'll tell you, when you get your floater game going, it's a tremendous weapon.
Here's Clutch. Collins defending.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
Pass to Primo. Fires the 3. The captain with a rebound. Boy, this could snowball if they continue to put up points.
I can't say enough about their performance.
Here's the monster. He's guarded by White. Here's Clutch. And again, another assist.
25 assists. What an unselfish performance.
Looking like Scott Skiles right now with all these dimes. And so Cleveland takes this one by a big margin. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort, and they were just dominant out there.